Hey there, and welcome to Flourish TV. My name is Stephanie, and I bring to you Flourish TV with business with a little bit of mindset. And every week I will drop some different thing that I've learned in business, or sometimes a little bit of mindset, and share it with you. Today I'm going to show you how to do a weekly planning board inside Trello. I talk about Trello a lot because it is literally something I use every single day in my life and in my business. And I thought this will be great for whether you have a business or really just planning your life. I was introduced to Trello, I think in 2020, and I have realized how many different things that I've used it for. And this is one of the big areas that I absolutely love to use it for. So I thought I'm going to show you how to plan out a basic weekly planning board so that you can start really utilizing this and seeing how simple it is. And I think if I like the organization, I could write a to-do list. I know I can use there's lots of different programs that you can use for planning and for scheduling, but I like just the look of it, the aesthetic, if you want to borrow that word, of being able to see everything in one spot. It's like Post-it notes, but electronically, that you can move around and really have the check off that you want so that you have that satisfaction of completing those tasks and things like that. We're going to go through, and like I said, I'll teach you a weekly planning board inside Trello, how to set it up, and then we'll go from there. So here I just started. What I did was come up here and create a new board, and then I picked a pretty picture because I thought, well, just save us some time. So what first we want to do, there's all different kinds of things that you can do inside Trello. You can put all the different areas, but for this board we're just going to do some basic things. So we're going to have like maybe an area for brain dump, a to-do, doing, waiting on, and a done. We could keep it really simple like that. You can really get into a lot of creation of it, and so I thought I would show you quick of some of the things that you can do quickly. This is a board that I no longer use this specific board. I have some different things, but what you can see here is what I really liked about this board. First of all, you can see that it has the cards, and what I did is I used to have my recipes. I would put them in the beginning of the day so that I could look, as soon as I opened up my board, I knew exactly what I was making for the day. Sometimes I'd have two options, so because sometimes you plan one thing on a Friday or a Saturday whenever you're planning Sunday night, and then you're deciding later, oh, I don't want that, or maybe you don't have time, and so I like to have a couple alternates in there, but that's a different thing. If you missed, I have an actual whole board for my meal planning and for recipe storage, so if you missed that, put recipe in the comments and I will get you the replay for that. It's a free board that will have, like I said, it will be able to organize all of your recipes. I show you how to do it, how to use the template, and all the labels, everything are set up for you. So if you want that, again, just put recipe in the comments and I will get that to you for free. So you can see here, this board specifically, it has, like I said, I just threw a picture up here and I actually just transferred it. I copied it over, and I'll show you that before we're done. I'll try to remember how I can take this picture from here and just leave it in this board, but then copy it over to another board. So that's what I used to do. This board specifically has, it's really spread out. So it has AM. So it has the different things, read affirmations, your morning routine. So, and I'm pretty sure here, this had all the different things that I did in my routine. So I don't know if I had read affirmations separate. Maybe I wasn't getting that done at the time, and so I was putting that in here. But you can create a checklist in here like I have here. So this is kind of morning routine. And then what's really cool is then this also, which I will show you, you can sync this up to your Google Calendar or your electronic calendar. So then what's really cool is then you can have reminders and you can actually have those in place. And so I know that it says on my calendar, it shows morning routine. I have a standing time of certain things that are always on my calendar. And some of that comes from Trello. That's just reminding me in there. So this has the different parts of the day in this specific calendar, maybe different things that I want to do. I think at this time, it's like I said, I don't use this board anymore, but I was doing a challenge that I was doing 2 different workouts in a day. And so I'd have workout anywhere, workout outside, because I was required to do 2 workouts in the little challenge I was doing. So that kind of gives me an idea and some different things. And then here you can see these colors. These are the different labels. So if I came in here, let's say I'm just going to go through here, and I've talked about this in the other trainings, but here you can see these are the ones that are labeled. These are the ones that are the colors that are on here. So, I could even add health in there if I wanted, but like this is a rock, making sure that exercise is part of my everyday routine. So that's a rock for me. So that gray means that personal development, because a lot of times I know that I'm growing my mind. A lot of times when I was doing my outside workout or other things, I'll be listening to a book or a podcast or something like that. So it was growing my mind. And then obviously it hits the record of, or the exercise label. So, but you can see here I had a bunch of different ones here, all different colors, so you can kind of see each board. And so that gives you like a quick glance. If you're looking at it, you can see, oh, okay, this one handles those different things. And when you're not clicked on it, you can see like the colors. You can have it where it actually says what they are, or you could just have the colors showing there as well. So this is what I wanted to show you. Again, this is not the board I'm creating for you today, but this is definitely something we can do. And so I want to make sure that I let you know that if after I show you all this and it's just a little bit confusing, or you're like, there's just way too much for me to understand, you can always put Trello in the comments, and I would love to be able to connect with you. And I have some different board packages that I'm putting together that I can help you design the boards that might work best for your life or for your business. So if you have the ideas or you want to utilize it, but you don't have the time to put it all together, I would be more than happy to have a conversation with you and see if one of my Trello board packages would be good for you. So just put Trello in the comments, and I'd be happy to send over the information. Even just go through a little bit of some questions in Messenger and see, hey, is this a right fit for me? Is this something that I would like to have you help me with? So just again, put Trello in the comments, and I'd be happy to help you with that. Okay, so back to this board. So let's just do this. Like, we're going to make it super simple. And so this one, let's say we're going to call it brain dump. And you just hit enter, and then you can add in the next one, to do. And I have doing, I don't know, waiting on, and then done. And this will be, I'll show you how you could use this. Then you can maybe have like a next week, maybe you're looking ahead, or next week, or look ahead. So again, this is a different kind of board than what I just showed you with the weekly schedule, because that was like a schedule. This is a planning board. So you can do all these different things. So we can come in here, and then we can start adding in the color codes. So let's just do brain dump, just write stuff. Obviously we have lots of stuff to do. So this is where the brain dump is. You're going to go in and you're going to write down, type everything that's on your brain. Release all of that, because that's going to help. I think a lot of times we hold all of that clutter in our mind, and we're always thinking we'll remember it, but I think it's best if we write it down or type it or whatever. You can put it in there, and I'll show you a couple different things you can do. So if I was starting this, I could do two different ways. If I didn't want to keep creating a card and creating a card and creating a card, I could come in here and do a checklist, and I would just be doing stuff. Here, maybe I didn't even spell that right. Okay, and I'd be like, clean bathrooms. Maybe that's on my mind. Maybe I need to write a letter. I don't know. Maybe I need to create content. Maybe you need to call mom. I don't know. Like, I'm thinking of anything that's just coming to my brain right now. Maybe plan meals, write grocery list. You get the idea. So anything that's coming to my mind, maybe I need to remember to take clothes to dry cleaner, which I do. I have to bring my son's suit to the dry cleaner. So, okay. So, right. So this is brain dump. So you have your brain dump. Again, we're talking through the different lists that you have on Trello. So this is a brain dump. You can go in and create a card under each list like this, or when you come in and you make this checklist, you can do these three little dots here, and you can go convert to card. And so I'm just going to do that because it's not actually a checklist I would have in my brain dump thing. But this is a good way to do this. So you can go through, convert to card, and boom. So then I'll close this out, and you'll see my stuff now. This brain dump has this. So now we can do some different things. You can color the cover photos. So we can come in here and change the list color. So you could just, make this pink, or I don't know, make it a lighter gray. Like you can see all the colors are different colors here. And then, maybe you want this one blue. I don't know. I'm just going through. I don't typically always use the colors for the boards, but it works. You can go through and, I don't know, just do the different colors. So you can see you have this here. I wanted the aesthetics bothers me because this colors don't match up, but that's fine. And I'll show you another thing you can do where you can have an image for each list as well. So lots of different things. I get so excited. I want to tell you all the things. So what we have here, so we have our brain dump, and we want to move everything that's really important to do on your to-do list. What's nice is when you have this brain dump, when you're in Trello, all you have to do is, okay, I know I have to do this, to do. I need to take my son's clothes to the dry cleaner. So I just move this right over. Maybe I really want to make sure that I call my mom today. I don't know. And maybe write my grocery list because I'll go grocery shopping tomorrow, right? So you can see it's really simple. We can go in and we can create that. We can move them around. And then as you go, you can say, okay, Mama, I'm going to go doing this. This is kind of a weird one. Like, obviously, you're either going to the dry cleaners or you're not, but maybe I'm creating content. So maybe I'm like, to do, I absolutely need to create some content today. So then I can move it over. Hey, I'm working on that today. So maybe I'm waiting on something, like maybe I created some content, but maybe I'm making it for somebody else. And so I'm waiting for their review to look at it before it's completely done, or before I can get it ready to schedule or whatever. And then when it's done, you can come over here and then just move it to done. What you can also do is, let's say we want to make sure that our content is due on a certain date. So you can put in and say, hey, I want to make sure that my content is done by Monday, and you can save it here. Now you can also do labels. The labels inside, like I showed on that other board, will allow you to customize it a little bit. So maybe this green is for content. So maybe we're gonna maybe call it this. You hit this little button here and be like, maybe I want to call it content. And then I could always do, just leave content. And I know that content stands for social media posts, like maybe emails, maybe planning, things like that. And then let's do yellow for social. Maybe there's social things that have a lot of. I don't know. Maybe this, and obviously this one would not be social because it's content. But then we can come in and create another one, and let's say we want blue to be business. So maybe there's different business things that you have on your calendar. Or maybe this is your home. So maybe this is what you want to remember to do to clean your home. And so you want to put that there. Maybe this one is for family. Maybe those are different things that are important to you that you want to make sure that are on your calendar and that they're listed here. So you could have that, and let's see. And then maybe there's a personal one. So we just call this personal. I don't know. I don't like that color. So you can change it. So you can also come in here, and there's a lot more colors that you can choose from. So you don't have to choose the ones that they have on here. So this one, obviously it's content, and let's say I want it done by Monday. So you can see already I've added the label. I've said what I needed to do, and I also have a due date. Now I can come in here again and create a checklist, and then it can be like, maybe I want Instagram post. And so then I can come in and be like, static post, 3 reels, a reel, and then reel 1, reel 2, reel 3. Maybe I had 3 of those. Maybe I want a carousel post. And that's what I want to get for the week, let's say. So then those are in there. What's really cool is this. So we have this in here. It's in our to-do list. Okay. So When you're here, you can see now the content, it's green, it has it here. It tells me what's cool is Trello now has this little spot, so you can just like quickly hit complete if you want, which is kind of nice. But you can also go into the board itself and click on the due date. But here, so let's say I've got this working on and I'm like, okay, it's due on this day. Now I'm going to move over to doing, because I'm going to start working on that this afternoon. And then as I complete it, I can go in and say, okay, I got the static post done. And you can see this bar moves up and you're able to see, oh, look, reel 1, oh, reel 2, reel 3, carousel post, boom, 100% right here. And that's all done. Then you can either come here and move it over to done and move it, or you can just move it around like I showed you here, and you can move it to the different things. Okay, so that's something you could do. Now, another thing that you can do is also include what we call power-ups. Power-ups are really cool because like this one here, this board that I told you that I have it connected to my calendar. So I wanted to show you what you could do to connect these different things to your calendar. So you can go over to these little 3 dots here, and here you can hit power-ups. When you hit power-ups, you can see there are all different kinds of power-ups, which are ways that you can integrate Trello with other things. And so there's different categories for reporting, automation, board utilities, I don't know, communication, file management, developer tools, all these different kinds of areas. Or you can just search and put calendar. And right, all these different ones come up, so you can just do calendar, a calendar power up. You could do a Google specific one, a Google Calendar, another in Trello. So these are all different power ups. I don't know which one I have currently on mine, but you can go here and you can hit add, and then you can edit power up settings. You can go through and enable sync, and you can walk through the process. It will walk you through it. I'm not going to go ahead and do all of that right now, but the power ups make it really easy. It shows, there's different things that you can try for free. But what's really cool is then you're able to then have Trello come to your calendar, and it will have things on there already that you can see, and it'll be that reminder. So if you're looking at your physical or your digital calendar, you'll have reminders on there as well. And it's nice because they just pop up, and so they can be reoccurring. So that gives you some ideas of some different things you can do as well. Now, as you can see, this board, I didn't put colors up here at the top, but then it looks very colorful. I had different times of the day, like I just made an extra card and I just called it like AM and then made that a specific color. So you could do that as well. So you could add a card and just say AM, and then you can come in here, and you can also make this a color. So I could be like, oh, I want mornings to be pink. And then you can have it be halfway or even the whole way, which is what I would do if I was kind of separating them. So you can see here, the AM card is now. So I can move this up to the beginning if I was like I want to do these 3 things in the morning, and then I could add another card and be afternoon. And change this cover, to orange maybe, I don't know. And again, you can choose which way. And then you'll be like, okay, that's done. And be like, okay, well, I want to write, I'm going to do this in the afternoon. So you can see that as well. So there's lots of different things you can do. Now, one thing that you can do just to make it more fun, make it more appealing, something that I've learned how to do is make some cover photos, I guess, for your specific board. So I could come in here, and I started one just because I didn't want to take up too much of your time. And I have the first one started brain dump. So you can come in, you can choose photos that you have that Canva offers for you. And you could just put like calendar, or maybe I'll put like light pink flowers or something, see what comes up. So maybe I just want something simple, like, I don't know, maybe something like this. So I could put that in the background. And then maybe I would change this to black, or, maybe a softer, I don't know, I don't like that. So you can see, you can get the idea of maybe we'd do more of a orangey color. But it's a pink board, so I don't know, maybe do brown, I don't know. So you can see, you can kind of play it around. I don't know if I love that, and we can change the effects of it. So you could make this more, maybe that lighter pink or lighter pink. So it's there, and then you can go in, you can copy this. This is on Canva, I should have said, and then I could be like, what did I have? What are my categories to do? So it could be to do, and then you could do another one. Doing, I think it is doing. Oops. And waiting. Done. And then, whoops. Next week. Right, so then you would have these and you can download them. I'm just going to screenshot it quick just to make it easier for us. And just so I have it on there quick. So I can download it in here. So then I can come over here and I usually just add the same name. I'm going to move this up to the top. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to attach. I gotta go to my file and then I can find the screenshot I just took and add it in here. It's going to upload it on here. And then when you do this, then again, I would get rid of this color. I don't want this color back here, remove color. And then this could be what I have on my Trello board instead for the thing. So then I'd be like, this area is brain dump. Then the next one I would have that pretty thing that says to do, things like that. So those are design things that you can do inside Canva that you could really make it pop or really make it your own or have those different things stand out, which is really nice too. But this is definitely something that's really nice. So you can see I'm working on a Trello board. I'm so excited for it to be done. So let me come here really quick. And where is it at? Clarity. Oh, I can't wait. This growth vault is going to be an amazing thing I'm putting together. And here you can see I have a lot of stuff started, getting ready for this different thing. And it's a way to help you have clarity in your business and where to, so I have all this stuff. So I made this board. I have the pretty board covers or the list covers, and then I have all the different things in here. Oh my goodness, it's so loaded with stuff. So I'll be looking for that coming really soon. But that gives you another idea of like it could look really pretty. And I don't have labels in here yet, but that's again something that I can do. So I guess it gives you a good idea of different things. So Trello can be all different kinds of themes or different colors, or you can make it really vibrant. You know, like my weekly this weekly board, weekly schedule, you know, it has all of the different colors in here, like for my food and things like that. So you can really do so much with Trello. So I hope that this kind of gives you an idea of how you can really just customize it, but then use it for how you want to use it. Because I think that the more that you start using it, the more you realize how much you can do with this. Like with the power-ups, you know, there's all different kinds of power-ups you can use too, so that you can just really make it work for you. You know, if you have a team, you can coordinate those things with them. So, and of course, you know, there's different levels of Trello. There isn't a premium, but there are so many different things you can do with the free Trello. I think you have 10 boards, like you have a workspace, and then I think you have 10 boards that you can save, and that's plenty for someone that's not doing it for much than other personal use. And I don't know how many. I'd have to find out for sure. So if you don't use Trello at all and you want some help, or like, how do I even find this? Just put help in the comments. I will get you the right direction of how you can get started with Trello. Again, if you are liking this idea of Trello, but you're just absolutely Stephanie, I don't want to do this on my own. I have these ideas, but I am too busy. I would love to have a conversation with you about how to build up a few boards for you, either like personal boards or ones for your business, and we can design it to match your brand colors and your fonts and the things that you can really see, whatever you're going to use it for. And so I have some different packages that I've put together. So if that's something you're interested in, just put Trello in the comments. And then the last thing, I have a small little checklist or PDF that I can send to you that kind of gives you a checklist of how to kind of start your own board. So it's not going to be it's just step by step. So if you would like that, just put checklist in the comments and I will get that to you as well. So I hope I haven't completely confused you, I do hope that you are seeing the value of how Trello can help you, what the different things that you can do to be able to really utilize this tool that's free, that you can do so many different things. We've already talked about how I've scheduled content, how I schedule and plan all my meals, how I save all of my recipes in there. Oh, don't forget that you can put recipe in the comments if you want that one for free as well. So how I organize my daily brain dump and like the to-do list and all those different things, the checklists that you can do. So there's so many things that you can do. So I hope that this has helped you a little bit so you can see that. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out. You can message me on Instagram at steph.book, or message me on Facebook and Messenger, or reply to the comments here. Or if you're on YouTube, you can also just reply here and I will make sure that I get back to you. But I just want you to know that you can do this. And if you do need help, I'm here to help you as well. So friends, I hope that this has been helpful to you. Please pass this on to anybody you think it would be helpful to. If you want to see any of the replays that I've done about Trello, we can start a conversation and I'll head you the right direction. All right, friends, thank you so much. And I hope you have a great day. Take care.